What's going on, everybody? What's going on? We have DJ McFly on the podcast today. This is Real Talk with DJs. First and foremost, cheers, man.
Cheers, cheers.
It's just water. That's all it is.
Red Coat Specials.
So, first question, man. I asked this to everybody because I want to know. I love hearing the story of how people got into this. You know, what drove them to become passionate about this career move, passion, hobby, whatever you want to call it. What got you here?
So, I'm old. All right, I'm a 90s DJ. So, I DJ from 96 to 99-ish. Then I found out my baby mama got pregnant. Had to give it all up. Got a real job, quote unquote. Worked for the last 25 years, nonstop, every day, 60 hours, 40 hours. I've been working. And then a few years ago, I went to a House Party in the 90s event for her birthday, for my wife's birthday, sorry, she's here. So we go and I'm like, yo, this is my music. And I'm like, so every time I do anything, we hadn't gone out in years, like to a club, years. Because, you know, we had a bad experience a few years back, maybe like 10 years ago. And it was just very young, and I was like, it felt uncomfortable because I'm like, they were like closer to my son's age, so I'm like, nah. So we went to this event, and I ended up in the DJ booth. I always end up in the DJ booth, right? Because I'm always like paying attention, and I want to see what's going on, and because, you know, DJs always want to be with DJs. I've always thought that. So then we get back into the scene, like going to house parties in the 90s, toot up event parties, old school function parties. And then I kick it with this guy, old school, Tudo. And then he's like, bro, come to my house, practice. I'm like, bro, I haven't messed with vinyl in 22 years.
Yeah.
He's like, just dale. I'm like, you gonna let me play with your toys? Like, cause you know, it's your turntables.
Yep.
Their techniques, like, it's hard for DJs to be like, yeah, if we just jump on. This dude was like, hop on, bro. Like, I like your vibe. You know what you're talking about. I'm like, all right, cool. So I started off with his record collection. I was just doing hard house, like for like a month straight. And then I ended up selling my car because we got a brand new Camry in 2021. So we sold the old Camry, and I'm like, babe, you want to buy some turntables? And then she was like, no, I was going to buy them for you for your birthday. Because I already saw it. I saw the passion. You needed a hobby. And I was like, well, we got the money. So we bought the turntables. Another DJ was like, bro, I got a mixer. His name's K2B2. I got a mixer if you want it. It has Serato. It's a little older. It's not nothing big. It's a Mixar. I'm like, look, bro, I'm doing vinyl right now. I don't really care. I just need something to go from left to right, just to practice, get the ear back, you know? He's like, all right, bro, shoot me some money. So I shot him some money. And July 21st, 2021, I went live. I just went live, raw, like.
Okay.
No.
This is live on Instagram?
Instagram.
On Instagram.
Instagram, because I didn't even know about Twitch yet.
Yeah.
So I went live, raw, no sound card, just raw sound.
Okay.
And I still have it in my
files.
Not in my files, on my IG wall.
Oh, okay.
So you'll hear the da-da. But you know what? That's a learning curve. It was like my first time I just went at it, you know?
Yeah.
Went live on IG, and then I went live on Twitch, and then I got that itch. So I got my Serato. I started getting music, and luckily I've been very blessed with a lot of very dope DJ friends. Like, I have very good DJ friends that have backed me from when I said, you know what, I might want to jump back into this. So from July 21st, 2021, August 13th, I get my first gig from my boys Zeus and Mercy.
Okay.
They're like, you want to hop on live gig? And I'm like, yeah, let's go live. And luckily, like, I've been pretty much booked ever since. Like, at least one day out of the week, I've been booked.
Yeah.
Since August 13th, 2021 till today.
Hey, congratulations on that, man.
Thank you.
Now, since you hit a good point, you said you're an old DJ with new toys.
Yeah.
Compare the two, man. Tell me what you feel going on. I don't know. You use Techniques, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
You're on Techniques. Now with all the new technology, how do you feel about it?
Well, Techniques is home. Just the place, the way you play with it, the way even if it's a Serato vinyl, it still feels like home because you're so used to your the just the extension of your arm is different than just popping it real quick because you have to like really like I don't know. It's to me it's just two different stories. I love my Serato. I love my controller. Don't get me wrong. I love my controller, but home is always with the 1200s and a mixer. So yeah.
I've always said the following. Maybe you could agree with me, or maybe you resonate with this. But I just feel that turntables, you're kind of you're feeling the music.
Yeah.
You're like a part of the music because even the torque on the turntables, just kind of like that heavy.
Yes, the heaviness, and that's why they say the Rev 7 is not. They try to make it. It's got similarities because it's a little it has a little heaviness on the torque like you said.
Yeah.
But nothing's gonna replace the 1200s.
100%. I want to say, big
No,
shout out to Rain.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they did a really good job
No,
with it.
Rain is very good. Like I said, I've never messed with this. I think I play with the turntable, but I never messed with this controller. So be gentle, guys. Be gentle. I mean, not controller, the mixer.
Yeah, no, 100%. But I feel like they did a good job. Like, so now you talked about like that party you went to, where you heard all the '90s music. I feel, I'm kind of your age. I feel like we're about the same age.
Okay.
And I feel like just that music has never died. Like it just continues to either they make remixes of it or everybody plays it at the clubs. Like from every place that I go to, like it just keeps getting played and played and played. You feel the same way or?
100%. Like I do bars, I do clubs, and I'll always drop a 90 set. And these young kids that are 30 and under, they sing along. And I'm like, how do they know this music? But it means they were raised by parents like me, parents like you. So like the music's never gonna go away. So like I could do O'Donovan's on a Saturday night. Youngest crowd I've ever done. Like they're always very young. They're barely 21. But I could drop some Keisha Cole. I could drop some Mellow Man Ace. I could drop like just classics from the 90s, and they sing along with us. Some Selena. Everybody loves Selena. Selena's a cheat code, guys. Just so y'all know. That gets all the girls dancing. That's the number one cheat code. So, just letting y'all know.
Oh, man. You brought up an interesting point. I agree with you. I feel like, Selena was back in what?
94?
90, yeah,
93?
95 around that area. And you play it now, and it's still a hit.
100%.
Like everybody gets on the dance floor, everybody's dancing. You get everybody going with Selena.
Sir, yeah.
So I totally get that. Any other cheat codes that you could think of that you're like, oh, this right here is
okay. So if you guys want to keep it on 100 to like let's say 90 to 110 BPMs, go cumbias, go old school cumbias. I don't care what the crowd is, they're gonna dance. And then this is for Spanish. The Spanish ones is like the easiest one for me. You want to go to merengue, always start off with like el sonidito, a la chona. Those are little cheat codes that you can blend with banda movida and cumbias because there's still like 150 BPMs to like 180, 170, depending on how fast you want it to go. I try to keep it at 150 because people get tired. We're a little older, so yeah, I try to like go in between those two. Like I play with those a lot, like and then rock en español and like
I agree 100%. I feel like as a DJ, you always gotta have your bangers.
Mm-hmm.
You just gotta have these like crates that are ready for like you see people sitting down or people are kind of like clearing the dance floor.
Yeah.
You want to have these little tools in the back of your pocket that you're like, I'm gonna play this song. I know I'm gonna get everybody back.
Yeah. And I'm infamous for that because I can see them like strolling away, and then I have to throw a banger in there. And they're like, it's all right, let's get back on it. So they'll be back on, and then like they get tired, and then I'll throw like the Caballo Dorado. Everybody loves the Caballo Dorado. So even at the bars, like people love doing that. Even though like minimum space, they still be rocking the Caballo Dorado. So it impresses me like just the measures that people will go to like just like do a little two-step or something.
Now let me ask you this question: in having these cheat codes, do you prepare your music outside of that? Like you have your crates and you have your music prepared, and then on top of that, do you do like cues and loops and stuff like that to have it ready, or are you more of a on the fly type of
I
guy?
am a freestyle DJ.
You
Just whatever I read the crowd. I look at for people like if I'm in the chat, I'll see the chat going. Like be like, what y'all want to listen to? Like if I see the like certain people, like I memorize what they like. So then I'll drop something that they might like even though if it's at a house version or like the classical, like regular version, like I have edits above edits above edits above edits. So like today I dropped some Juan Gabriel, some Noa Noa with some Rocío Dúrcal, Si Se Fue, o Si Fui. Like people were like, "What the hell was that?" Like you throw them off sometimes, and it's cool. Like I love it because that's what I grew up listening to, and they're like, "What the fuck? Like how did you do that?" I'm like, "Well, there's music for everybody."
it's what you're supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
I feel like you gotta keep people guessing. I think that's one of the coolest part about being a DJ is that you are not a jukebox.
No.
And I feel like sometimes people mistake that a lot. But you're not a jukebox. You're supposed to keep people guessing, and you sound like you do a pretty good job at that. Now, in gathering your music, how much music do you have? About how much?
I have about 7 terabytes.
7 terabytes of music? Jeez.
Yeah, I have both of my. They're pretty much full.
Wow.
So I always put everything in there just in case, if somebody wants something that I haven't heard in a minute, I might have it in there.
I think that's another part that people don't realize is that like just the amount of music that DJs collect, like that alone is worth so much money.
Oh my God.
I feel like when people price out DJs and they're like, people who want to cheap out.
Yeah.
And they're like, I don't want to pay for that amount because I think it's too much money. They don't realize
the work,
the equipment.
Mm-hmm.
Just tireless hours.
Yes, because they think, I'm gonna book you from 3 to 7. I'm only gonna play from 3 to 7. No, we're there from, let's say 3 to 7. I'll be there at 1:00. Start setting up, and if I don't like how I like to set up, I have to reset up, do sound check. So I'm there an hour and a half, 2 hours before every event. Okay, and then we're done. Yeah, y'all can go home, but we still got to break down. We got to put things away. And then we have to put stuff away at the house because you can't leave that all in your vehicle because, things get broken into. So then you're offloading at the house. So it's easily a 7 to 10 hour job depending on the venue, depending on what you were doing. Yeah, there's time that we just go plug and play. Cool. But when you're doing private events, which I love doing, it's time consuming. That's why and I think I'm pretty reasonable in pricing. So I do get a lot of gigs, but but you always want more because that's what we do for a living. Well, that's what I do for a living.
Yeah, no, 100%. There's also music organization.
Yes.
At least for me, I know I set up cues all the time. Like to me, cues are very important. In the way I DJ,
Mm-hmm.
I'm very OCD about things. I have that. Like it just. If I'm gonna loop out somewhere, I just gotta have that like visual to be able to see like, I need to loop out here. I totally get the freestyle part of it. It's just and that's the other thing. DJs are all different.
Yeah,
DJs are all different.
Everybody's completely like every mind is his own world.
Mm-hmm.
Like we can have the same exact music, do the same exact set, but it's gonna be a completely different mix.
Yep.
Like you might scratch a little more because I barely, chirp. I don't scratch. I'm a blend DJ. I like to have it clean. I don't like I just don't know how to scratch. But I mean, if I knew how to scratch, that'd be a little better. But I love to blend. I love the stems are so amazing now because it gives it so much more gives you your own blends. Like you could literally drop one beat and just do the vocals and have a completely new song, which is so dope.
I think it's the amount of creativity that software has allowed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't be able to do all this like back in the days. When you had vinyls. I remember I started on CDJs with CDs.
Okay.
And I would put MP3s on the CDs.
Yeah.
And then on the CD itself, because you could fit like maybe 300
on the MP3. Yeah.
300 songs. I will label the MP3 like I'm sorry. I would label the CD rock en español. That was my rock en español. It was kind of like having a USB,
Yeah,
but
yeah. But just
it was on a CD.
yeah,
And you know, you couldn't mess with anything else outside of that. Like you could put the music in there, that's cool, but that's about it because you couldn't edit it on the spot. I feel like now it's a whole different game. It's a completely, you know, you see some of these DJs just doing amazing things, and you're like, oh,
damn,
yeah,
like damn,
yeah.
Like I'm a part of a couple of DJ cliques, and some of these DJs, I'm like, yo, I gotta get back to the lab. Like DJ Drop, my God, this dude was in a competition last week in New York because he's from New York. This dude did the craziest wordplay in the competition. Not like, you know, he did it at home and, you know, he uploaded. No. Live. In the competition, did wordplay. Mm-hmm. Y'all don't understand. Wordplay is crazy. And, like, just watching him do it live, I was like, I'm done. I quit. Like, I don't know what next note. Like, dude, I was just so impressed with my brother Drop. Like, and I love all my New York DJs. Like, main event DJs, dude. They're all amazing, dude.
100%. But I feel like, at least for me, and correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure you feel the same way. Like, with all the technology today and you hear something amazing, you feel like you have access to that.
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, I could do that. Yeah. I just got to figure out how.
Yeah, the how is the hard part. Yeah.
But I'm sure I could do it because the technology's there. And I think that's the beauty of you know, software and hardware these days, is that it allows your creativity to just roam free. Mm-hmm. You know, you have so much versatility when you're DJing. Let me ask you a question. It's gonna be a little bit personal. How do you deal with the, hey, this is my passion. I'm passionate about DJing, but I have a family. Being an older DJ, I have a family that I have to take care of. How do you balance it out?
Through work. Balance is everything. The wife knows Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, and sometimes Sundays, you know, I'm booked. I make decent money. Like, enough that when I got fired last year from O'Reilly's, I did my DBA, McFly Entertainment, and I've been booked ever since. Like, every weekend I was booked, unless I took the weekend off. That I said, you know what, I'm going to go to New York. So I went to New York, played in New York, played in Jersey, played with my bros. I went to San Francisco, played in San Francisco. I had three spots in San Francisco. God's been so good to me, I can't even complain about getting fired from O'Reilly's. It was a blessing in disguise. Like, who in their right mind is happy to get fired? Nobody. Because everybody wants a security, and that's the hardest part about this, the security part. It's tough. Don't get me wrong. Don't let the lights and the blonde hair and all the flyers fool you. It's tough. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of dedication. But this is what I love to do. So to me, the work is easy. They say you don't have to work for the rest of your life if you find something you love to do. This is what I love to do. And thank God, like, I've been so blessed that, like, when one job stops, I pick up another one. Like, I was supposed to have a residency at Crazy J's, but then they closed it down. And that was every Thursday. Mm-hmm. So this week, I'm like, damn, what am I going to do tomorrow? I got a Friday gig. So, you know, I've been very blessed. So just keep doing what you guys like to do, and, you know, eventually y'all get what you want.
So you would say that you're doing this full time. This is me. Yeah, it's your business. This is your what you do.
Yep.
I think that's amazing, and coming to it from a perspective of having a family, your family just kind of has understood, like, hey, this is what my husband, mm-hmm. my dad is passionate about. Go ahead, do your thing.
Basically, yeah, that's what it was. Like, from one day to another, like, oh, I thought it was gonna be it was an April Fool's joke when they fired me because it's April 1st. And then I get fired for wearing a Dodger hat on the Thursday before because it was opening day. Come on, it's opening day. I'm wearing a Dodger hat that's tan that matches the uniform. But you never told me that I couldn't wear a hat, like a LA hat. We would always wear different hats. The homie had it against me. Cool, you know? It is what it is. He used it to fire me. Cool. Like I said, blessings in disguises come in different shapes and forms, and this was the greatest blessing for me. I'm not telling you go fucking chase your dreams. I mean, if you want to, if you can, cool. But like, luckily I have a strong support. My wifey's always there, has my back. That's my rock. My mom and my sister are always there. My son is that's my backbone. So like that core alone is like I can get through anything. And then my friends, I have great friends. Like I said, like I have a core friends, a small group of friends. People say, "Oh, McFly this, McFly that." No, I have a core group of friends that I can talk to, and they'll keep my ass humble, like real quick. Like, "Oh, ya te crees? Okay." No, I don't. Like, just because I don't answer your call doesn't mean que estoy creído. It's like I'm literally either streaming or busy. Like, and that too. Like, I stream on Twitch, and that's for 2 3 hours depending on the day. Maybe an hour. Like today, I did an hour for the Plur Ray Train. Shout out to my team. That's the Plur team. We do it every Wednesday from 2 to like 9 o'clock. So we get different house DJs and we'll put them on. The core is literally four of us. I think it's four of us, and then we just add on different DJs every Wednesday.
Yeah.
So, and it's cool.
There's a lot of house DJs on the famous team.
Let me know. Let me know. I told you, my house is open. Y'all can come whenever you want.
I'm sure people are gonna take you up on that after listening to this. Let me know. For sure. That's cool, man. I think having the support system is number one. Is the number one because this career, this passion, I feel is a very tough choice because it you're involved in the nightlife, you're around alcohol left and right. As DJs, I'm not gonna lie to you, but just women are constantly coming up to you.
100%.
And they're drunk, and they want their Bad Bunny or
Bad Bunny, always Bad Bunny or Karol G,
Karol G, and that being in a relationship, that's that's you have to have a very strong professionalism when you're behind the decks, and you have to have that strong core with your significant other to manage that. So yeah, thank you for sharing, man. I really appreciate that. I feel like you're kind of talking to a lot of the people out there that are listening that that are getting into this. Like it's not easy.
It's not. I'm very blessed. I'm not gonna say lucky because there's no such thing as luck. I'm very blessed that I have a very strong core crew. Like I'm telling you, like I be streaming and the people from Plur, shout out to the Uniques, shout out to fucking Matt Beats. They keep me humble as shit because I do one little da-da. Oh, heard that shot reduction because every time you mess up, you have to take a shot. It's penalty shot. So I don't drink. I really don't drink. Like, this is really diet soda. But when I mess up, I have a big bottle of Kirkland because, it's Kirkland gang because it's $20 for a big-ass bottle. And I'll take a shot because I messed up. And there's times that I messed up like 3-4 times, and these guys are like, oh, shot.
So you better not mess up.
Yeah, so, like, I try to, like, actually pay attention when, the team is on. And, like, because, we all mess around, like, but when they're on, you're on.
Yeah.
And even, like, my wife, oh, my God, dude, my wife. So I did a bar, it's called O'Donovan's in Pomona. Shout out to my brother Hex. He passed away. This was his bar, right? And I swear, every time I would mess up, she would give me so much shit, like, so much, like, worse than any other DJ could ever give me. My wife is the worst, and she would tell him, dude, he sucks. And then she'd be like, dude, your husband's fucking dope, right? He's like, no, but he sucks. She's like, yeah, right, whatever, right? So he would always back me. He always had my back. But the wife is the worst critic out of everybody. Love you, babe. She's outside.
Nah, hey, and it's funny because even just being in a relationship, I feel like you gotta have that. You gotta have someone that's gonna tell you, hey, you're not doing so well. Like you could do better. Because I feel that you're your own worst critic.
Oh my God, yes.
But having that criticism from someone outside of you counts even more.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, I got to take this seriously. Like I tell the DJs that I've had that I've helped become DJs, I tell them all the time, like, it's you should hear this from a professional because everyone, all your family, all your friends, they're all going to tell you you're amazing because they don't know what DJing is. They don't know what it is. No. They just hear
music.
They
don't even listen to transitions. They just listen to the music.
And they might hear songs they like.
Yeah.
So they're like, "Oh, you're doing amazing. You're a great DJ." Even if you're train wrecking, like whatever, you're a great DJ. And no. You need to have that criticism from 100%. Someone who actually knows the trade. So you're 100% right on that.
Yeah,
I agree. So tell me, man, how'd you come up with the DJ name?
Fun story. Again, that event that I first went to, the MC, I had known him through Instagram. So my name is Alex Delara. It was Alex Delara 63 on my Instagram. And I love to dance. I love to battle. I'm the guy in the middle of the dance floor, in the circle, going up against anybody. I didn't care, man. Female, males. I'll outdance anybody. As big as I am, I'm the guy in the middle of the dance floor dancing against anybody. So this guy kept on saying, Alex Delara, killing it, Alex Delara. I'm like, bro, just say Alex. You're giving up my whole government name. That's just crazy to me, right? So then the next morning, we were just watching Back to the Future, and I'm like, yo, I like Family Ties. Michael J. Fox is one of my favorite actors when I was a kid. Michael J. Fox did Family Ties, whose name is Alex P. Keaton. My name's Alex. Oh, McFly. Alex McFly. So it was Alex McFly for the longest. Before I even put DJ in it, it was Alex McFly. So everybody started calling me McFly.
Okay. For sure. No, that is a dope story, man. And it's funny because you'll get people just calling you your DJ name. All your friends kind of that just it just happens that way. Like people call me Pac-Man all the time, and it's like, oh, sometimes I have to like, really not that I forget my name. I don't forget my name, but it's just like, oh yeah, people call me that because that's what I present myself as.
Yeah, like I had to get used to it because I used to be, oh, what's up, I'm Alex? Huh? McFly. Oh, I know who you. I'm like, yeah, that's me. Like, so again, like I've had this name for a couple of years. Not like everybody. Like you probably had it forever. I had it for a couple of years, so I had to get used to it because I was Bubba for my whole life since 6th grade until I played semi-pro football. I was Bubba.
Okay.
Bubba, and then I started coaching my son, and the head coach, he was my semi-pro coach, so I was Coach Bubba.
Okay.
Coach Bubba, Bubba. So I was Bubba forever. And I should have got with DJ Bubba if I would have like really thought about it, but I'm like, no. I was watching Back to the Future.
That's where it came.
McFly, like I'm fly. I always dress fly. Like I'm here I came from the gym, guys. Sorry, but I'm usually dressed pretty decent. Like I'm always like I have the hair. Dude, my son's a barber, so he has me all done up and shit. So shout out to my son, Fluffy Cuts.
Yeah, no, 100%. That's when you get the inspiration, it just comes.
Yeah, it just came.
You gotta go. You gotta go with it. You gotta go with that instinct.
Yeah.
Talk to me about your music preferences. Like, what would you say is your like go-to, genre? Like, this is if I was to DJ one genre for the rest of my life.
Ooh, can't.
What would that genre be?
I can't.
Yeah, you had to choose one.
I'm so diverse, bro, that it's literally like everything. Like I can go from country to house music in a blend. I can go from dembo to hip hop. I can go from oldies to merengue or to cumbias. Like it's just the music is just so everything that it's like I can't just choose one. Like maybe when I had first started, I would tell you Hard House.
Hard House?
Hard House. I'm a 90s kid. Hard House was everything. Mark V, Poogie Bear, Isaac, fucking DJ Flavor, the homie, like Alex P. I could on and on and on. That would have been like, because I'm known as the Hard House guy. I was known as the Hard House guy. Now I'm like everything. Like,
so the world is on the line, and they're like all the nuclear bombs are about to go off, and the president tells you you have to play this genre right now.
You're getting This Is Los Angeles, Face Down Ass Up, all the classics, Star Wars, Hard House. Like, we going down? Fuck it. This is Los Angeles. So we going down to Los Angeles because, that's what we rep. We from LA. I'm from LA. I'm from the Valley, but I rep LA, so.
Fair enough. Yeah. And let me ask you this: what would be your craziest DJ story that you've been doing it for a while? What's your craziest DJ story from the time you got back into DJing, and then from before when you were DJing when you were younger?
All right, I'll start off with before because the wifey wasn't around before. So I'm security at the arena. I'm that old, yes. And these girls would do anything to get into the DJ Irene birthday.
DJ Irene.
The DJ Irene birthday from 97 or 98. I worked both of them. Was the wildest party I had ever done, period. These girls were showing everything just to get in. So that's the craziest, like, from back in the day at the arena. That was just insane. Now, maybe a couple weeks ago, these girls are just crazy, bro. Like, for a song, they'll do anything. Like, so luckily I have my top flight security always with me. Shout out to the wifey, because every request goes through her. So I'm like, huh? What? Oh, I can't hear you. Go to my wifey. That's what I do. I don't shut you off. I just go to the wifey. So yeah, nothing crazy as of now, but yeah, no.
I big shout out DJ Irene. Yeah. She's still killing it.
Oh my God, yeah.
She's still killing it. I love DJ Irene.
Oh, me too. That's, to me, the dopest hard house DJ ever. There's Humpty Vision, there's Bad Boy Bill, there's Alex Diablo. There's so many DJs, but there's no Irene, and that's who I think I take after, because if you've seen Irene live, she'll drop a song and she'll go battle and dance and do her thing, and then back on the turntables and do her thing. That's me. You catch me on my birthday, I think I did that. I dropped a song and I went battle, and then I came back inside and I started doing my thing. So yeah, shout out to DJ Irene, man. Irene she's awesome. She's a good person too.
She really is. I when I got into music, like when I really like started like developing my love for music, it was hard house. And it was DJ Irene, and it was, I remember all the battles. Yeah. You would, all the battle moves, on the middle school dances where people would fight each other. It was all through, DJ Irene. So it was, big time. I totally feel you on that.
Yeah. Luckily I've been blessed enough to be around people that I've gotten to know all the legends that I looked up to. I got to meet Poogie Bear in February. Mark V and Poogie Bear, to me, are the dopest hard house producers, period. I don't give a damn who. This is Los Angeles stomp. You could go on and on and on with just them two alone. Dude, insane. So I finally was able to meet him at a house party event. And then I was like, I know you. And I was like, how do you know me? He's like, dude, I follow you. I follow you on Instagram and Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but you don't know. No, I've been following you on Facebook for 10 years. I'm like, yeah, I asked you for your record collection because I'm like, I always love vinyl. So I'm like, I hit him up a long time ago. I'm like, yo, bro, sell me your vinyl. Being cocky and shit. But yeah, no, he's like, yeah, I remember you, bro. And I was like, oh shit, Poogie Bear remembers me, like stuff like that. DJ Flavor, he did the Tetris song, that's the homie. DJ E-Man, DJ Henry, I have these guys' phone numbers now. I can call them whenever I want. And I trip out because I'm like,
have you done Powerhouse?
No.
Okay. It was just you said E-Man.
You talking about
the Power 106? Their house.
The Power Tools.
Power Tools.
No. Oh. That's Humpty Vision though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Richard Vision. Richard Vision's serious?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm not cool with him.
For sure.
I'm cool with everybody but Richard. Not like that, but we haven't
You just haven't met him. There's no trash talking.
Nah, never that.
You talk a lot about blessings, man. How do you incorporate, God or whoever you believe in, spirituality? How do you incorporate that into your career?
Bro, I drop Rape Jesus all the time. People just don't realize it. I could be doing a set and drop a gospel rape song, and they're rocking out with me. And they don't even know it. I did it the other day, and they were like, I'm like, yeah, I'm taking you to church. She's like, nah, I can't go to church. I'm the devil. And I was like, relax, fool, relax. Shout out to Simpson. But no, she was like, nah, I can't. No, you good. So yeah, it was like I like dropping like a lot of like gospel songs, some Christian, because I used to be Christian, or not used to be, like I used to be a youth leader. I was a part of the church for a lot of years. So I don't preach religion. I preach God.
Okay.
Like when I say I have a relationship with God, I don't have a religion.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my brother's a pastor. Shout out to Edgar. We used to call him Humpty.
Okay, okay.
Until a couple years ago, he's like, "Hey, bro, you can't call me Humpty. I'm a pastor." I'm like, but bro. So shout out to my brother Edgar. To this day, like we just had a reunion not that long ago. I've known him since we were 11, and whenever I need anything, like I call him. That's my guy. His mom, I call him Mama Dos. So I'll be like, "How's Mama Dos doing?" She's like, "Good. You should call her." I'm like, "I will," but you know, you have that ego. I'm like, I feel bad because like I would love to go to the church and listen to the gospel, but it's Saturday mornings at 10 in the morning, and I'm getting home at 5, 4 in the morning from a gig, and I'm like, I love you, bro. I'll watch you on Facebook Live. But yeah, shout out to my brother Edgar. That's my guy, when I told him about, because there's some Christian people that don't like the gospel house music.
Yeah.
I hit him up. I'm like, look, bro, I don't want to be disrespectful. What do you think about this? He's like, bro, that'll be awesome. That's amazing. So I asked for his blessings because he's more with the man upstairs than, any regular person. So I hit him up. I'm like, hey, bro, I'm trying to do this blend. You think I could do it? He's like, yeah, do it. So, like, I'll do, like, a Marcos Wheat blend with, like, some cumbia. And people don't even know that it's Marcos Wheat. And they're like, hold on. I know the music, but that's not the lyrics. Yeah. But I do it live in, like, El Pescador or at the Hola Downey or like somewhere like, but they're like, they just look at me like, that's pretty catchy, that's pretty cool. So to me, like,
you're preaching.
I'm preaching without preaching. I'm just telling you, God is good.
Yeah.
Period. I'm not telling you go to church. No, never that. God is good, and God's been blessing me for so many years now. Like, I can't complain.
For sure, man. I feel like that's one of the things that being Christian myself. And just having a relationship with God, sometimes, like, when I play music with bad words, I'm like, oh, like, I feel like some type of way, but I'm like, oh, like, I'm not, I don't think, this might be too deep for this type of podcast, but I'll say it anyway.
Yo, get it, bro, let's go.
I don't think that, like, it's just music. To me, it's just music. There's beats and lyrics, and what you choose to do with that, that's on you. Like I could like a beat, I could like the lyrics, but I don't have to do anything with it. Like what you choose to do with it, it's like it's on each person, I think.
Yeah, like you can play Tupac, you can play Ice Cube, you can hit 'em up, No Vaseline. They're great songs. Or the Kendrick Lamar one, They're Not Like Us. Yeah, he's talking about a pedophile. Hello, doesn't mean that we're preaching pedophilia.
It doesn't mean you're gonna go and do none of that.
They're just talking smack. Like,
yeah,
I could drop any Luke song. Let me see you shake them. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go like, oh, you gotta do that. No. Like, it's just a song. Like, people like doing it. Might as well give them what they want to hear.
Right. You're just playing music. You're just playing music. Yeah. What people choose to do with it, that's on them.
Exactly.
You're just playing the song because it's got a good beat and it's got good rhythm.
Yeah.
I totally get that, man. So, what are you playing for us today?
Everything.
A little bit of everything.
Everything.
Yeah, for sure. What are you going to start it off with?
Cumbias.
Oh.
What I said my cheat code was.
Okay.
The cheat code.
You did. You did mention that. So let me ask you this. If you said Selena, but your cumbia genre that you would pick, that you're like, oh, this is my favorite. I know you like all kinds of music, but there's different cumbia genres. Which would it be?
I like them all, bro. I like the blends.
Yeah.
Cumbia blends, because I have a lot of cumbia blends too. Like,
have you become a fan of Wepa?
I like Wepa.
You like Wepa?
I fuck with Wepa hard. Like, I have a whole Wepa file. I do. But that's a little slow because that's like 80 BPMs to 90 BPMs.
You got to have the right audience for that. Not everyone's going to go for it. Yeah.
So, like, again, the cheat codes are Los Angeles Azules, Selena always. Who do we got? Oh, what's her name? Laura Leon.
Oh, yeah. that's a
yeah.
Way back.
Yeah, so like
throwback.
80s cumbias pretty much are king because they have the best ones like Sonora de Amita, Sonora shows. All the Sonoras are amazing.
Have you ever done a sonidero party?
Nah.
No? I want to do a sonidero.
I would love to do a sonidero party.
I want to do one. I think I'd be good on the mic. I think I could get the... Desde la Ciudad de México. I don't know. I want to do it just to
MC it. That's let me know.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, let's get it started.
Let's go.
Mr. McFly, thank you so much. Really appreciate you.
Got you.
Yeah, kill it. Let me turn you on.
That's your CrossFit, right?
Yep.
I'm not a scratch team.
I'm going to turn on the sound.
Let's get it.
You want the chairs out of the way or you're good?
Nah. Yeah, I'll take this